Today I fucked up with the worst toilet experience of my life. This happened 5 millennia ago, and I'm traumatized. Throwaway account because I can't bear the shame of people finding this out. I went for a barium swallow test yesterday. Look it up, but basically drink a shitty milkshake to see how your swallowing is. The doctors warned me I might see some white in the bathroom for a day or two, because it needs to come out. I thought it'd be urine, because it was a liquid, sort of. Fast forward to today, take my morning dump and after flushing, I notice a lot didn't go down. Give it another flush and it's all still there. So I dump some bleach in there and let it sit for an hour. Go back to flush, and nothing. I'm panicking now as it's not a small amount in there, toilet isn't blocked. Maybe this stuff is just sticky and needs a push. I begrudgingly put on some gloves, stick my hand in and free it from the bowl. Give it a flush. All still there. I then try breaking it up into smaller pieces by rubbing it between my fingers. Not a great feeling in case you were wondering. It's now broken up, so I flush again. Nope, all still there. At this point panic is setting in. I don't know what to do, the shit needs to go. So I flush while holding it up to maybe help it travel up the pipe. Nope, still there. Flush count around 12 at this point. Then it dawns on me, the only way to fix this, is to remove it from the toilet. My hands are dripping with water and shit and I can't walk around the house to get a bag. So I grab the small bin in the bathroom and open it. And start shoveling my clay, shit mix into the bin. It smells 10x worse out of the water. But I just need to keep going. I get all that I can see out and hit the flush again. But no, there's more, somehow it's multiplied in there because it looks like none was even removed. I go in for another handful and that's when my stomach fails me. I vomit into the toilet, over the glove. I'm in mild shock at this point, at the mix of fluids and chunks within half a meter of my face. I flush again, the vomit goes, barium shit stays. I shovel out the last of it, throw it in the bin. And try to wash the gloves. But there's no washing off the shame and pain I've felt. So the gloves get binned too. Then I empty half a bottle of bleach into the toilet. Pummel it with a toilet brush and flush. Finally, it's gone. It's over. I want to say I hope to never experience this again. But I feel there might be one more barium shit left and I'm 99% sure I'm just going to shit in a bucket to avoid this again. I had to shovel, by hand, shit out of my toilet because barium is too dense for modern plumbing to handle. Where was your poop knife? Time to go back to the doctor's office and shit in their bathroom. Return the product. As a rad tech who routinely performs these exams, and warns patients about the aftermath, I thoroughly enjoyed this. Thanks man. You tried to wash the gloves after all that? That's the most shocking thing to me. This happened 5 millennia ago. No way you can wash your hands enough after that in only 5 minutes. Wait, do you not have a plunger? And if you don't have one, you didn't think to go get one before going dookie diving, with your hands? Everything about this is confusing to me. Bleach? What? Am I missing something? Bleach cleans things and turns them white. Does it break down solids too? What? This was hilarious op. And I feel terrible for you. But go get a plunger. Today I fucked up by accidentally getting high at a family reunion. So, for context, my family and I, 18F, were staying at a friend's house a couple days ago in Virginia, and we haven't been back to the US in about 3 years. The friend is super sweet and has a huge fridge, in which we were told to eat anything. Anything. I was told anything. On one particularly boring day, my mother leaves to run errands at around 1. She once again reminds me I can eat anything, and I hadn't had anything to eat in the morning. After a nasty tuna salad sandwich, I venture into the freezer and try to scrounge up anything edible. I go digging around one of the side pockets and find a plastic bag with 2 brownies. Keep in mind where I'm from, weed is highly illegal, as in death penalty in certain cases. I've smoked there before, and even the most expensive weed is super mild. So I'm not thinking about the strange freezer brownies, I'm just hungry. Obviously, I eat both of them and go about my day. Unfortunately, I realize that my family has to go to this dinner, family reunion, and the minute we arrive I start to feel like my entire body is buzzing. Immediately, I connect the dots and I'm just like, oh shit. This American weed is so strong. The family we were visiting is pretty conservative and wouldn't be too pleased if they knew I was absolutely balls deep zooted in their treasured family estate. Anyways, I don't remember much from that night except just going fucking insane from trying to hold it together. Eventually, I told my mum and now she has a plethora of funny stories about the shit I did that night. Won't go into detail to save you the reading time. TLR got baked at a family reunion by accidentally eating edibles in a house I was staying at. Edit 1. After requests for some of the stupid moments. 1. In an attempt to keep me away from the family and grounded, my mum showed me a photo album in the dining room. Apparently I kept commenting on how hot my recently deceased great uncle was, and giggling louder whenever she shushed me because his wife was in the room next door. 2. I play guitar, and my aunt brought out her coveted acoustic so I could play for the family. Absolutely no recollection of this, but I ended up playing Country Roads and getting everyone to sing along in a country accent. I'm generally a moody recluse during these reunions, so I have no idea how this happened. 3. During dinner, supposedly asked to be excused to the bathroom and stood in the corner? For a while until my mother noticed I hadn't left and then had to direct me like I was a blind person and help me remember how to pee. 4. This one I do remember. I got munchies like you wouldn't believe and ended up eating an entire carton of ice cream, a lot of roast chicken, begged my brother to buy me some Doritos, he did. Love him, and snacked throughout the rest of the night, which is crazy considering I'm pretty tiny. I also vaguely remember eating part of a cake, but I have no idea where I would have gotten cake. I'm extremely worried it was a cake I might have found in the fridge since my cousin's birthday is tomorrow. And this all happened within a couple of hours, I guess? Still completely surreal. Edit 2. The cake situation. Sorry I didn't update everyone sooner, it's been a wild day. So, I got a couple frantic calls from my mum and brother this morning after they heard about the discovery of a chunk missing from the back of my cousin's birthday cake. Obviously, I feel horrible but there is no way in hell I am admitting I ate the cake. I don't know what conclusion the family came to, but I know I'm going to be on my best behavior next reunion lol. And I owe my cousin a chunk of cake. Thank you for all the support. I wish it was for something more meaningful haha. Don't you dare spare us the reading time. There is now no too long. We'll read because shenanigans and hijinks are gold. Please, tell us the stories op. OMG I can't stop laughing at number 3 tears of joy rolling on the floor laughing 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 so you basically just stood in the corner after you said you have to go to the bathroom tears of joy tears of joy tears of joy tears of joy this post was the best thing I've read all week. Oh man, edibles tend to hit you harder anyway due to the slow process of digestion. It's basically like a constant supply of THC lol. Sounds hilarious and terrifying at the same time. I fucking wish the UK would legalize. Gov. Is a bunch of stuck-up prunes _. I don't know why, but I found this story adorable. Your mom sounds like the cool mom that most of us don't get. 2 hearts. Where is weed a death penalty for you? TIFU. By pulling a parasitic egg from in between my teeth. So I work at a grocery store in the sushi department. I love sushi of all kinds and mostly eat some every day for lunch. So I have my normal tuna roll and it tasted fine. About 30 minutes to an hour later I begin to feel like shit. I'm usually feeling like shit anyway and I'm a type 1 diabetic so I didn't think too much of it. Had some nausea and diarrhea but felt a little bit better 3 or so hours later. So I get home at the end of the night I'm brushing my teeth and notice a little something in between my teeth close to my gums. Looks like a normal piece of food, so I grab some floss and do my best to get it out. It seems to really be stuck in there but after a few minutes manage to get it out. Instantly I'm a little freaked cause this thing did not look like any piece of food. It was round and brown and was much bigger than the little thing I thought was stuck in my teeth. So I'm closely inspecting it and it doesn't feel like any piece of food as it's on the harder side and doesn't break apart easily. While messing with it further it seems to be able to open and inside it looks like if you just popped a white head from your face. It's white and almost string-like. I'm simply horrified at this point and with further research I'm at least 95% sure it was the egg to a parasite that must have been in the tuna I ate. I feel fine today but now I'm trying to call doctors to get blood tests just to be sure. I'm literally traumatized right now and don't know what to do. Too long did not read. Ate grocery store sushi. Flossed a big parasitic egg from in between my teeth later in the day after feeling like shit. I'm horrified and could throw up and cry at the same time. My understanding is that the freezing that sushi undergoes cleans out most of the potential parasites. 30 minutes after you eat a parasite you're not going to notice it, so you can rule that out right now. Simply doing a quick Google search of known tuna parasites would eliminate the possibility that the thing in your teeth was an egg. Yay, that's most likely not what you think it is. Parasites in raw fish tend to be flukes or worms, and their eggs are microscopic. Literally, we have had to run smear and stain tests under a microscope just to see them. The worms and larvae can be more easily seen, except in tuna where they can be mistaken for fat or muscle lines commonly seen in tuna. If the fish was frozen or farmed, it wouldn't necessarily have parasites anyway. The chance of a parasite getting stuck in your mouth is extremely low. Ideally, a parasite will always try find its way to the gut, lungs, liver, intestines for the most adequate chance of reproduction and spreading. Definitely save the thing and ask a doctor. It wouldn't hurt to get over-the-counter Vermox for yourself, but I'm 100% sure it's not a parasite. On an unrelated note, definitely switch up the fish you eat. The FDA recommends only eating tuna 2–3 times a week, and it depends on the type of tuna, because of its high levels of mercury. Lots of sushi has fish or eel roe on top. Small, hard, crunchy. Op is an idiot. Today I fucked up by removing every bit of hair from the neck down. Happened last night. I, 30 male, have been on a weight loss journey for the better part of 5 years. My wife and I have been together for 7. When we got married I weighed around 260 pounds and very little of that was muscle. Fast forward to today, I'm now 170 and about 13% body fat. Gaining muscle as much as I can. Religiously weighing out food and eating as clean as possible. I am finally somewhat happy with how I look. After a good workout I can see my chest and ab muscles clearly, and I don't jiggle when I run. However, I am excessively hairy. Everywhere but my back. Shoulders, arms, legs, nether regions, you name it. It's hot as hell this week, and I think to myself, wonder how much better I'd look without hair. I joked about it with the wife and she's intrigued. In my mind it's a win on all fronts. Less hair to heat me up. Easier to wipe, less swamp ass, clearer views of my new muscles. I see all the dudes at the gym that are hairless as a newborn baby. Let's send it. Amazon 2-day shipping, and I have a hair removal cream that claims to be the best on the market for sensitive skin. I read the directions and apply a test patch to make sure I'm not going to react. Here's where the fuck up begins. I put it on the top of my foot. Probably should have put it in an area with thinner, easier to irritate skin. It works like a charm. I wipe the area off after 14 minutes and the hair disappears. I wait till the next day to make sure my skin doesn't have a delayed reaction. My wife is feeling me up all day. So I make the plunge. I lather my entire body from the neck down. Directions said to leave it on between 10 and 15 minutes. What I neglected was the fact that it would take way longer than that to apply it everywhere. I hop in the shower and begin to wipe. Hair starts disappearing and I keep wiping. And then I realize for whatever reason, it's not getting all of it. It barely affects my pubes, and misses huge swaths on the sides of my belly. Only half the hair on my legs comes out. Once I'm done, I dry off and apply another coat. Then the burning begins. First my nipples, and then my shoulders, then my entire chest. I can feel my skin flaming up. I quickly remove the second coat. I look like a dog that lost a fight with a razor. I sheepishly call my wife, who is reading in the next room, and she comes in and laughs hysterically. Which is probably an appropriate reaction. Being the sweetheart she is, she helps apply a third coat. We get what we can remove, and I apply some aloe to the sensitive areas. I still had patches hanging on for dear life that I shaved off real quick, and then I tucked in for bed. The swelling began to cool down and my wife had what I can only assume was pity sex with me. And she paid dearly for it. Rather than killing the follicles and allowing the hair to slide out, apparently it had simply burned the hair off at surface level. Which is exactly what it claimed it wouldn't do. When the swelling reduced, I had stubble everywhere that has chafed her to hell. We had a good laugh about it this morning. Icing on the cake is, I look terrible in the mirror now in my opinion. The hair helped hide the body fat I do have left, and hid residual stretch marks I didn't know I had from allowing myself to get so large. Thank God hair grows back. Hopefully quick enough that my hairs quit stabbing the wife soon. Too long did not read. Used hair removal cream, reacted horribly. Had a bunch of stubble that wrecked my wife's thighs. And I look like I'm on chemo again. Oops. 1. Hair removal creams are not for delicate areas like nipples and genitals. 2. If you react while using it, get it off and do not apply an additional coat. To make you feel better you could have been this dude. You're going to be in for a world of itchiness all over in the next few days as the hair starts to grow back. Never use cream or foam or etc. Use trimmer. It does very good job. No irritating skin or flaming skin next couple of days, no itching. Get a wax. Not all places will do male Brazilians, but I got a majority of my body waxed. After a couple of days it felt amazing for a long time. The second time is worse but the third time is better. Wear your stretch marks with pride, brother. You worked hard to get to where you are.